I read a lot. It's actually my favorite pastime. I was reading, I don't remember if it was the New York Times, the USA Today, or Newsweek magazine, but I read where 1 in 12 black men in New York City has AIDS or is HIV positive, and 1 in 5 black men in Manhattan is HIV positive or have AIDS. Now, for those of you who are going to ask me or post, where did I get this information from, I am going to have the link posted in the comments field. I'll look it up as soon as I'm done with this video. But every article that I read is from a reputable source. So I don't disbelieve the information, even though it was staggering. I don't live in New York City, but I visit there often, and I spend most of my time in Manhattan. I just love it there. I love the hot spots there. I love the life, the scene. I just absolutely love New York City. And when I'm there, I see people from all walks of life, of course, and quite a few African American men. And I don't ever recall seeing many black male couples outside of the village, although there have been some. But most of the black males that I see in New York City are either with non-black women or black women, or they're dressed up making their way to work. So after I read the article, I was just astounded and baffled, and I wondered, where are these black male couples? Even when I do the night scene, which I really do. I'm just not a clubber, but of course there are lots of things to do in New York City at night that doesn't consist of going to a club. But when I'm out and about socializing, I just don't see many black male couples. So after I read that article, I thought about it, and I said, a lot of these black men, I'm sure, are DL brothers. They're down low brothers. I was talking to my sister, like I always do, Big Boss, who's not guest starring on this video, but I was talking to her about it, and I said, I would not have known, walking around New York City looking at those men, I wouldn't be able to tell, outside of the obvious, which men, black men, are gay or are pretending to be heterosexual when they are homosexual. Let me preamble the rest of this video by saying I don't care what people's sexual preferences are. This is a free country, and I serve a God who gives everybody a free will. So if you are gay, or you want to be gay, or you have an alternative lifestyle, that's your choice, and you're more than welcome to do that. I just think it's unfair for gay men to pretend like they're heterosexual because of what it does to the women, and sometimes if they have children, what it does to the children that are involved. It leaves them broken when they decide to come out of the closet and move on to their same gender. So I just think everybody should be in touch with who and what they are and who and what they want, instead of getting cover girls. But anyway, I made a list of 10 things to look out for, 10 indicators that a man is DL. Now, of course, there are black men who are happy to be gay, and they are out of the closet, and it's obvious that they're gay. But for the ladies out there, just so you don't get duped, here are, I'm just going to do 5 on this video, 5 indicators that you may be dealing with a DL brother. Now, of course, this is not scientific, it's not foolproof, but these are little things that I've noticed. And if you all think I'm wrong, feel free to say, or if you have any others, please feel free to let me know. But one of the things I noticed with some men who could possibly be DL is when they are obsessed with grooming particulars. Now, I think the average man wants his woman to look nice and to look pretty, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if he is more obsessed with your nails and your hair, and he notices a chip in your nails before you do, that's an indication that he may be DL. Another thing, number 2, is if he knows more fashion designers than you do. And I have a cousin who's openly gay, and he sometimes does pretend like he's straight, and he's given me the song and dance while he does that. But anyway, one day I had gone to visit him, and I was sitting on his sofa, and he had his lover there with him, and his lover noticed that my shoes were Nicole's. I don't think a straight man would ever be able to do that. It's nothing wrong with going to Fashion Week. It's nothing wrong with a man appreciating a good Armani suit. But when he notices designers off the bat and quicker than a woman can, it's probably DL if he's not already out of the closet. Number 3, when a man uses buzzwords like independent and gold digger, that is an indication to me that he's DL. Because real men, heterosexual men, I think, take pride in taking care of their wives and their children and their women. I really do. Number 4, this is a touchy one, and I'm not going to go into detail. This one came from Big Boss, but I think she may be on to something. She said a lot of DL men, and she is a person who has a large circle of friends, and a lot of them are openly gay. But one thing she noticed was they like to pick on women and talk about feminine hygiene, and they have a lot of negative things to say about females and their hygiene, even when they don't have hygienic issues. That's an indication that these men are DL. Real men biologically are programmed to appreciate a woman and her natural scent. God made our bodies in such a way where we attract the opposite sex. But if a man is constantly putting down women and making negative remarks about their private parts, that's an indication that they are DL. The last one that I'm going to share with you today, and I determined this from talking to some of the Black Men Vent members, is when men are constantly bashing women, they're DL. I'm convinced of it. They are DL. You are spending time bashing women as a way to get the attention of other men who like to bash women, and you all like to bash women because you like one another. I think that most female bashers are DL. So those are the 5 indicators that I'm going to share with you today, and when I do the second part of this video, I will do the other 5. If you all have some more that you want to share with me, please feel free to do so.